Kids TV. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Claire, your host, and you have got an action-packed morning ahead of you here. First of all, I'm going to hand you over to Tim in the games room. Have fun!
Bonjour! It's Sunday morning, it's games time, and I'm wearing a funny hat and holding a cheese. Welcome to the Games Corner. Right then, two different games for you today. The first one is called Kim's Game. I'm going to put a picture onto your screens round about now. There it is. What a great picture. And in this picture you can see 20 different things. Your job is to look at these 20 different things whilst they're on the screen, and then when they stop being on the screen, you've got to go and find a piece of paper and a pen and see how many you can remember and write down. It's quite a tricky one, this one, so see how well you do. I'm going to leave them on the screen for a bit longer. Here we go. Oh wow, look at all those things. All 20 of them. Haha! Get your thinking caps on. How many can you remember? Ah, I'm good at singing. There we go, nearly out of time. I'm going to give you a few more seconds. Get concentrating. Think about all of those different 20 things. 20 different things, 20 whole things. How many can you remember? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Go and grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. Write down as many of those as you can remember. You've got till the end of the game, then I will put the picture up on your screens and you can check how many you've got. It's quite tricky, this one, so good luck. And there's a cheese. Let's do the main game. Okay, the reason for all of the bonjouring and the cheese is that we're going to play a French game today. Very exciting. I presume you all know how to play Simon Says. So that's what we're going to play. But the twist is, we're going to play it in French. I don't know why, I just thought it might be fun. Now in France, they don't have anyone called Simon. So in France, it's actually called Jacques Says, or Jacques a dit. So I'm going to say a series of things. They're all going to be in French, but I'll tell you what they are first, before the game starts. When I say the thing, if I say Jacques a dit, you need to do it as well. And if I don't say Jacques a dit, you need to not do it. I will do the thing that I'm saying, whether I say Jacques a dit or not, so that you know what the thing is that I'm saying, because it's French, and I'm willing to bet not many of you speak French. I don't really speak French either, so apologies if there are any French people, and I've got all of the pronunciation wrong. Here we go, I think it should be fun. Whew, I did the teleporting thing, I ended up at the bottom of the stairs. I don't know how it works. Let's play the game. Before we start, I'll tell you what all of the different French phrases mean. Are you ready? Here we go. Asseyez-vous means sit down. Levez-vous means stand up. Sauter means jump. Tourner means turn. You can do jazz hands as well if you like, that's optional. Danser means dance. Marcher means walk. And courir means run. Whew. You can wave your arms around as much as you want. I think if you wave your arms around more, it's just more fun. Okay, so I'm going to do all of the actions. You only do them if I say Jacques a dit before I say the action, okay? See if you can learn some French along the way, because why not? That sounds fun. Here we go. Starting off, here we go. Nice and easy. Jacques a dit, asseyez-vous. Jacques a dit, levez-vous. Jacques a dit, asseyez-vous. Levez-vous. Haha, didn't say Jacques a dit that time. You should all still be sitting down. So, Jacques, asseyez-vous. Jacques, levez-vous. Jacques, sautez. Jacques, tournez. Jacques, tournez. Jacques, sortez. Jacques, dansez. It's games time. Haha. Jacques, it's game. Marchez. Jacques, tournez. Dansez. Haha. It's games time. Ooh. Didn't say Jacques, it's games time. You should all be not dancing. Haha. So well done. It's if you're not dancing, but I mean, if you're dancing anyway, it's kind of fun, isn't it, doing this dancing? Here we go, we'll keep going, we'll keep going. Jacques, dansez. It's games time. Haha. It's games time. Jacques, courez. Jacques, marchez. Jacques, dansez. It's games time. Haha. It's games time. Jacques, asseyez-vous. Levez-vous. Didn't say Jacques on that one either. You should still all be sitting down. Jacques, levez-vous. Jacques, sautez. Jacques, tournez. Jacques, dansez. It's games time. Jacques, tournez. Jacques, tournez. Et asseyez-vous. It's games time. I was turning and sitting down. I did almost fall over there. Jacques, levez-vous. Jacques, courez. It's games time. Jacques, asseyez-vous. Jacques, levez-vous. Jacques, asseyez-vous. Jacques, levez-vous. Jacques, tournez. Jacques, asseyez-vous. Levez-vous. Should be sitting down. Awesome. I'm exhausted. I think we're done. It's games time. Boom! Crikey. I really need to practice my teleporting. That time I ended up in the cupboard. I don't know how. I used to be good at teleporting. Downstairs and in the cupboard? Nah. I'll get some practice. I'll get some practice for next week. Yes, end of the game. That was lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit of French. And if you were playing Kim's game, I hope you enjoyed that as well. Here are the answers. There we go. I'm going to put the picture on your screen again. You can have a look through for the answers. If you need a bit longer to check all of the different pictures and see how many you got, you can pause the video, because it's a video on the internet and you can do stuff like that, which is great and cool. If you want to go back and play the French game and you've just been playing Kim's game, then that's fine too, because you can do that. And I'll take the picture away. There we go. Très bien, très fantastique, très fromage. Le canard est dans la machine à laver. Et personnellement, j'ai préféré voyager à la Lune dans une navette. Au revoir.
Thanks, Tim. That was really fun. So today's story, we're going to think about Peter. Can you remember Peter from the last couple of weeks? We've been seeing him on Palm Sunday. We saw him again on Easter Sunday. He was there last week showing Thomas that Jesus really had come back to life. Now, Peter had a little bit of a tale over this last couple of weeks around Easter. He messed up just a little bit. But Jesus saw something really great in him, and he wanted to make sure that Peter knew that. So he restored him back to his friendship with him. Now, to really know this story, we need to go back a little bit. So I'm going to take you back to just a few days before Easter Sunday, when Peter and his friends were having their last dinner ever with Jesus.
You will all desert me. I will never desert you. I'm the best friend you could ever have.
Before the cock crows, you will say that you don't even know me 3 times.
Now, this next bit of the story of Peter happened only the next night, only one day later.
Hey, you must be one of Jesus' friends.
No, I'm not.
Are you sure? Your accent's very similar to those guys that were hanging around with him.
I'm definitely not. I don't know him.
You were there when he got arrested. I'm sure you were one of his followers.
Hey, random man, I definitely wasn't there.
Oh dear, Peter. Have you ever done something that you thought, oh, I really wish I hadn't done that, and regretted it afterwards? Me too. Well, we're going to come back to the story of Peter shortly, but first of all, let's do some worship. Can you tell me what worship is? That's it. Worship is God loving me and me loving God. So first of all, we're going to do that by singing our song about my lighthouse. Then we're going to sing a song called Jesus Make My Heart for more in love with you. Now, as you do this, you can do the dancing like I'll be doing. You can hold your hands out like this just to receive that present that Jesus wants to give you to help you to see him more and more as he really is. Then we're going to sing our song about how God's love never fails, it never runs out on me.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Teach me your ways, oh Lord. Show me the way you love. Make my heart grow more and more in love with you. You made my hands, you made my feet, and by your breath I came to be. You spoke my name, and you called me yours. I am your child. You are my God. Oh, teach me your ways, oh Lord. Show me the way you love. Make my heart grow more and more in love with you. Teach me your ways, oh Lord. Show me the way you love. Make my heart grow more and more in love with you. Jesus, make my heart grow more in love with you. Jesus, make my heart grow more in love with you. Jesus, make my heart grow more in love with you. Jesus, make my heart grow more in love with you.
love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love. On and on and on and on it goes. It overwhelms and satisfies my soul. And I never ever have to be afraid. One thing remains. Yeah, one thing remains. Your love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love, your love. In death, in life, I'm confident and covered by the power of your great love. My debt is paid. There's nothing that can separate my heart from your great love. Your love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails and never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love.
Great worshipping, everyone. So let's come back to the story of Peter. So Peter had just told everyone that he didn't even know Jesus, even though he told Jesus that he was his best friend. So I think that when we read in the Bible, we think that probably Peter felt a little bit down about this, and Jesus knew that. Even though Peter had seen Jesus come back from the dead, he'd seen him on a few different occasions, he still might have just felt a little bit of a distance, a little bit of a gap between him and his best friend Jesus. Jesus knew this, and he was really kind to him, and he wanted to tell Peter that he had a good job for him.
Peter, do you love me?
Yes, you know I love you.
Then feed my lambs. Peter, do you love me?
Yes, Lord, I love you.
Then take care of my sheep. Peter, do you love me?
Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you.
Then feed my sheep.
So Jesus was so kind to Peter. He said, Peter, I know that you love me. I love you too. And I've got a job for you to do. I want you to feed my sheep. Oh, sheep? Has Jesus suddenly got a farm with lots of sheep on it? No, those sheep that Jesus was talking about were people that didn't know Jesus, didn't know his stories already, didn't know that he loved them. And that was Peter's job. Jesus had given that job to Peter to tell other people about what Jesus had done and who he was. And that's what Peter went on to do. Now, for our next section, Catherine's going to lead us with some chatting to Jesus. But for this, you need some pen and paper. So go and grab some of that, and then Catherine will meet you for some chatting with Jesus.
Hi guys, I'm Catherine, and for those of you who don't know, I love to do art. Did you know that you can use art to help you pray? Today, we're going to draw a field of sheep as we chat to God about how much he loves us, and as we catch from God to see who he wants us to help. So grab your pens and papers, because here we go. Let's draw a sheep together. First, we draw an oval for a face. Then we draw some ears and some eyes. Then a cloud for a body. 4 sticks for legs, and not forgetting a fluffy tail. When we draw the next sheep, I'm going to chat to Jesus about our Bible story. Thank you, God, that you love us so much. When we wander off like sheep, you come to our rescue every single time. You are a good shepherd. As we draw the next sheep, I want you to chat to God about where you might have been wandering off. So, we're talking to God about anything that comes to mind that you know that you've done that's not what Jesus would do, or anything you can think of that you want to say sorry to God for. As we draw the next sheep, I want you to catch from God about how much he loves you. So sit quietly and ask God to show you how much he loves you, and you wait for a reply. This may be words in your head, or that you can hear. You might get a feeling, or something you just know in your knower. Or maybe he might remind you of a verse in the Bible. As we draw the last few sheep, I want you to catch from God about who you can help. You might be reminded of someone, hear their name in your head, or remember something that reminds you of them. Or maybe you might find that you're worried about someone that you know and that you want to help. Might also want to catch from God about how you can help them. So you might get a picture in your head of something they need, or a feeling of maybe something you should do, or maybe you might notice an object that reminds you of something that you know you can do to help somebody. As you're catching from God, you can draw or write in the sheep what you've been chatting to God about, or what you've caught from God. So anything that's come to mind or that you want to ask God, you can write or draw inside the sheep or on your field of sheep. And you might find as you're doing your drawings that more things come to mind, and so just add them in as you think of them. Well, I hope you've had fun chatting and catching with God. And having started drawing our picture, you can finish it later today. You can draw in the rest of the field. You can add some more sheep. You can add cotton wool bars. Here's one I made earlier. And as you are doing more of your picture, you can catch some more from God, and you can chat more with God. So don't forget to write or draw what you've caught from God, either inside your sheep or on your field picture. So this means you can remember what you've been chatting and catching with God.
Okay, so now we've just got time to squeeze in our new memory verse challenge. I've got a new one today. We can find in Matthew 28, verse 20. And Jesus said, "And you can be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." Be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Sadly, Planet Kids TV has come to an end again. Thanks ever so much for everyone for joining us. Thank you for everyone who's taken part. It's been wonderful to have you again on our team. Now I hope you have a great week. Make sure to check out our Facebook page to learn about how you can go deeper into the story of when Jesus restored Peter. See you next week.